Hello children, today we will start with the lesson The Worth of a Fabric. Let us read and understand. Tiruvalluvar was a great Tamil saint poet who lived more than 2000 years ago. Tirukkural is the book of his teachings. It is greatly loved and respected even today. Tiruvalluvar was a textile weaver. He wove beautiful fabrics and saris and sold them in the market. People said that he never got angry, never used bad words, never shouted at anyone. In the same town there lived a rich young man. He wasted most of his time roaming around with his friends. They often made fun of other people. I don't believe what people say about this follower, said the young man one day. I'm sure I can make him angry. Come on, let's have some fun today. Meanings: weaver, a person who weaves fabric, roaming around, to go from place to place without purpose or direction. Make fun of, to make jokes about someone or something in an unkind way. So children, now in this passage we come to know that this lesson is about a saint. And what is the name of this saint? The name of the saint is Tiruvalluvar. The story is about the saint and about a rich young man. Now, how is the saint described in this passage? First of all, his occupation is of a textile weaver. And here they have also said that this saint is someone who never gets angry, never shouts at anyone, and he never uses bad words. This rich young man who is spoiled and spends most of his time doing nothing and makes fun of other people. He says that he does not believe that the saint can be so good. He says that he can make him angry, and by doing so, they can all have some fun. Here in this passage, we also see that the saint has written a book. This book is called Tirukkural. So the arrogant young man approached Tiruvalluvar in the market and picked up a beautiful piece of fabric. How much does this whole fabric cost? He asked. 8 coins. The saint named the price. The young man unfolded the fabric and tore it into two. What's the price of this piece now? Meanings: arrogant means having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities. Unfolded: open or spread out from a folded position. So here we see that the young man tries to make the saint angry. And how does he do that? He takes a fabric which the saint was selling and he tears it into two. Initially, the saint says that the price of the fabric is 8 coins. And after tearing, again, this young man is asking the saint, now can you tell me what is the price of this fabric? 4 coins, the saint answered politely. The youth was taken aback. Why doesn't the man get angry, he thought. He then tore the half pieces into half again, and now 2 coins was the answer. Now it was the young man who became impatient and agitated. He tore the pieces into half again and again, saying, and now, what's the price now? Tiruvalluvar calmly went on reducing the price to half every time. At last, the fabric was reduced to rags. So, Tiruvalluvar said in a quiet tone, now this fabric has become worthless. I will not name any price for these rags. The young man did not know what to say, but he was proud of his riches. So he offered to pay 8 coins to the saint for the first time. Tiruvalluvar smiled, but he refused to take the money. Young man, now this fabric is of no use. It has become worthless. Why? Because no one will be able to wear it now. Meanings: politely, in a respectful and considerate manner, taken aback, taken by surprise, impatient, having or showing a tendency to be quickly irritated or provoked, agitated, feeling or appearing troubled or nervous, calmly, without agitation or strong emotion. Rags, a piece of old cloth, specially one torn from a larger piece. Worthless, having no real value or use. So here in this passage, children, we see that the man keeps on tearing the fabric into small pieces. And every time he tears the piece, he is asking the saint, now tell me what is the price for this piece of cloth. Now tell me. So the saint also very politely and patiently he keeps on reducing the price. Why he's reducing the price? Because the size of the fabric is getting smaller. At last, this fabric was reduced to rags, to very small pieces. So finally, the saint says that now this fabric has no value. Why it has no value? Because no one will be able to wear it or no one will be able to use it. This young man was very proud that he was rich. So, in spite of the saint saying that no, I do not want any money for this, he still offers to pay the saint the original price of 8 coins. But the saint refuses. Do you know the fabric was not made in a day? Many people have toiled to make it. The farmer who grew cotton in his field worked hard for months through sun and rain. He picked cotton from each ball and gave it for spinning. Then someone else carded the cotton and spun it into long uniform threads. The threads were dyed carefully so that they took on these lovely colors. My wife and I wove the threads together, putting in beautiful designs. We thought someday someone will like this fabric, will be happy too. Toiled means work extremely hard. Spinning, the action or process of spinning, the conversion of fibers into yarn. Carded, comb and clean raw wool, hemp fibers or similar material with a sharp-toothed instrument in order to disentangle the fibers before spinning. So here in this passage, Tiruvalluvar is explaining or telling this man that so many people have put in so much effort to create this fabric. It was not something that happened in a day. It has taken a lot of time, it has taken a lot of energy. Happy to wear it, then all our work would have been rewarded. When you destroyed the fabric, you destroyed all the love and labor that went into its making. Money cannot bring it back. The softly spoken words touched the young man's heart. Now he was really ashamed of himself. And do you know, Tiruvalluvar went on to say, I can weave another fabric like this. But our life is also like this fabric. If you tear it apart with hasty, thoughtless actions, it will be destroyed. And you will not get it back again. Tiruvalluvar's words opened the young man's eyes. There and then he decided to give up his idleness and bad habits. Idleness means a state of inaction or inactivity. So here in this passage we see that Tiruvalluvar tells the young man that if someone would have worn this fabric, they would have been happy. And all the hard work that so many people have done, all the love and all the labor that went into making this fabric would have been rewarded. He also says that it is very easy to make another fabric again. But he says that fabric is just like our life. If we destroy it by doing bad things, then we can never get it back. A fabric can be made again, but can we get a life back? Can we get the time that we have spent in doing bad things or in not doing anything, whatever time we have wasted of our life, can we get it back? When Tiruvalluvar, without losing temper, without getting angry, with his patience and polite speaking, said all these things to this young man, it opened the eyes of this man and he realized his mistakes and he decided to give up all his bad habits and to spend his time doing some constructive work. So, children, what have we learned from this lesson? We have learned that we should not waste our time doing bad things. That is the first thing that we have learned. What is the second thing? Have you heard about this proverb? An empty mind is a devil's workshop. You should not stay inactive. You should always do some constructive things. Keep on working, keep on doing something, and never sit idle. Don't indulge in inactivity, it will make you lazy. So, you have to spend your time doing constructive work. Only doing any work is not called working, okay? Here they are saying that we have to do some constructive work, something that will help us and not something that will harm us. Okay, so with this we complete explanation for this lesson. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and take care.